When you take depression medication, it helps you feel better. However, as soon as you stop taking the medication for a period of time, you're going to go back to the feeling of depression and you need more medication. This creates a vicious cycle where you're forced to depend on more pills, but the pain never truly goes away. Meanwhile, the drug companies rake in billions, all while leaving the root cause of your pain untouched and unresolved. In a lot of cases, I find that people with depression have had traumatic events in their past that they just haven't been able to resolve. But a lot of time people will say things like, well, isn't depression a chemical imbalance in the brain? A lot of times that's what it's viewed as. So they'll use antidepressants to try to fix that chemical imbalance. But is it a chemical imbalance? Or is it just a thought process that your mind is shut down? So in 1988, a huge pharmaceutical company named Eli Lilly introduced Prozac, an antidepressant, and within just 1 year, sales for Prozac hits $350 million in the United States alone. After seeing what a huge business the antidepressants industry was, other pharmaceutical companies started to launch their versions of antidepressants. And for the last 40 years, these pharmaceutical companies have claimed that these drug works by fixing the chemical imbalance in your brain, specifically by increasing serotonin production. But the funny thing about that is that 90% of your serotonin is actually produced in your gut, not your brain. You would think that doctors will learn this stuff in years of medical school, but unfortunately they don't. And as if things weren't bad enough, a recent study from UCLA found that the same antidepressants actually disturb and disrupts our gut's microbiota where all that serotonin is produced. So we were told that the reason we're feeling depressed is because we lack serotonin, that if we take these drugs, we will increase levels of serotonin in the brain. And we now know that depression is not caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain. And even if it was, these drugs are not doing anything to help that. Depression medication is trying to help manage the depression. However, it's not going to the root of the problem, which is to fix what the mind has been calling for. And that's why antidepressants are just a temporary solution to the problem. They're not going to address the root of the problem. Before I expose all these pharmaceutical companies even more, I want to actually offer you some solutions that can help you boost your mood in a natural way. The first thing I want you to do is get morning sunlight because many studies have proven that by exposing your retina to that natural light, it's going to help produce serotonin and boost your mood. Number 2 is exercise. Move your body, and it doesn't have to be super intense. Simply going for a walk, a jog, or doing some yoga is going to take your brain health to the next level. Number 3 is getting substantial omega-3 fatty acids, like DHA or EPA. You can find these in things like grass-fed beef, salmon, mackerel, and tuna. In addition to that, I will make sure to add some avocados and extra virgin olive oil to further support your brain health.